She's the face of compassion around the globe, a First Lady of Texas and the United States, who embraced the opportunity to serve our state and country. Laura Bush has remained steadfast in educating, inspiring, and engaging others on issues of education, women's health, and human rights. Laura Welch was born in the oil town of Midland in 1946. Growing up, her parents and teachers encouraged her love of books, so it's no surprise that her bachelor's degree from SMU and master's degree from UT Austin were in education and library science. Laura worked as an elementary school teacher and children's librarian until 1977, when friends introduced her to a Midland oil man named George W. Bush.
Well, she was a very attractive young woman, and he wasn't going to find many 10s. Most of them were taken by then, so I think he took advantage of the situation and fell in love.
They married within a few months, and soon Laura joined George on the congressional campaign trail. In 1981, Laura and George had twin daughters named after their mothers, Jenna and Barbara. While raising their young family, Laura began devoting time to charitable causes like breast cancer awareness with the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
She has been a steadfast supporter from very, very early on.
Laura didn't seek out the spotlight, but it found her. She was drawn again to public service when her father-in-law, George H.W. Bush, was elected president, and when her husband, George W. Bush, was elected Texas governor. In 1995, the new First Lady of Texas helped fulfill Governor Bush's campaign promise to improve education.
She took it upon herself to convene the most expert researchers from around our country to figure out how can we gain much greater literacy for all Texas students.
Laura started programs to encourage family literacy, and she established the Texas Book Festival, a celebration of books and reading that's been duplicated around the globe.
I think it can be quite daunting to all of a sudden be the wife of the Texas governor, and she stepped into it just like she was born to do it. She's very smart, has a great sense of humor, interested in a lot of, different subjects.
As First Lady of Texas, Laura focused on raising awareness about children's issues and improving young people's lives. She promoted Rainbow Rooms, which supply clothing and other necessities to abused and neglected children, and she started a program to improve parenting skills. Laura also wanted to highlight creative talent in Texas, showcasing the work of Texas artists in the state capitol. In 2000, America was introduced to Laura Bush at the Republican National Convention.
The people of America deserve a leader who lifts our sights, who inspires us to dream bigger and do more.
Her speech was a precursor to what the nation would see from its next First Lady.
I've often speculated who might have been president had Laura married somebody else.
The First Lady turned the White House into probably the most beloved home in the world. If you came to that place, you felt a sense of warmth, a sense of compassion and love.
Laura embraced the role of First Lady as an opportunity to make a difference. Continuing her focus on education, she supported efforts to recruit talented people to teaching, established the National Book Festival, and promoted global literacy. After the 9/11 tragedies, Laura offered a guiding voice for American families and their children.
She went on the Oprah show and talked to parents and talked to kids about how to get back to routine, how to get back in school and be engaged.
Laura also became a leading global advocate for human rights. While becoming the first First Lady to deliver the President's radio address, she spoke out against the abuse of women and children by the Taliban.
The plight of women and children in Afghanistan is a matter of deliberate human cruelty.
And in Burma, Laura spoke in support of the pro-democracy movement and drew the world's attention to the suffering of the Burmese people.
With the kind of work that perhaps a lot of people would not have expected the First Lady of the United States to take on. But it gave us another way to address these causes, but really help to show the heart of America.
That heart certainly came through when Laura traveled to Africa to promote the President's programs to fight malaria and HIV/AIDS, and when she openly spoke about breast cancer awareness to women in the Middle East.
Laura Bush, as a historic figure, will be spoken of as one of the most effective First Ladies in the way that she was able to perform her duties and reach out to people over time.
Perhaps her most crucial role came during the time she joined her husband in responding to human tragedy. In the wake of the 9/11 attacks, meeting with families of troops and natural disasters.
And when people would say, "Did you advise Laura as president's wife?" I said, "Well, I didn't have to. She could have advised me."
She stepped into these two major roles, First Lady of Texas, First Lady of the United States. She never had any airs about her, right? Down to earth, and did what was expected and more.
Back home in Texas, Laura continues to advance social and economic opportunities for women and children around the world through the Women's Initiative at the Bush Institute.
Laura Bush is one of the strongest women I think I've ever known. She is strong in her commitment to her family and strong in her commitment to her country and to principles and values that she holds dear.
She just has been a tremendous asset to our country, to the president especially.
Is the First Lady of Texas or the First Lady of the United States. She represents the very best of our country.
Tonight, we honor First Lady Laura Bush with the History-Making Texan Award, celebrating her humanitarian achievements and recognizing her as a worldwide symbol of American compassion.